Good morning, children. Welcome to the science class. Today, we are going to continue the explanation of lesson 6, soil erosion and conservation. Last time, we have already done the importance of soil and formation of soil. Now, this time, we are going to study about soil erosion. So, let's begin. Soil erosion. We know that soil is formed by the action of wind and water on big rocks. Children, we have already studied in the last class how the soil is formed by the action of sun, wind, water, and plant roots, how they break these big rocks into smaller rocks, and then further they break into small pieces and then into fine particles to form the soil. But at the same time, these agents that form soil can even harm it. All these agents, which are wind, water, they can also harm the soil. Now we are going to study about this, how they harm the soil. During the formation of soil, the soil settles in layers one above the other. The topmost layer has humus and various minerals in it. Children, you already must be knowing what is humus. Humus is the dead plants and animals which get mixed in the soil to make it fertile is called humus. And also various minerals are there in the soil. And this topmost layer is very useful for the growth of the plants because it is the fertile layer. Plants can grow only in the topsoil. They cannot grow in subsoil. So this is the most important layer of the soil. It is the most fertile layer of soil and is called topsoil. You must have read, I hope, in class 4 that soil is divided into three parts: topsoil, subsoil, and bedrock. So topsoil is the uppermost layer of the soil and it is very fertile and very useful for the growth of plants. Sometimes this layer is carried out by wind and water. Now what happens when sometimes the wind blows very fast, then it takes the soil also with it and the topmost layer is lost. This reduces the fertility of soil. So when the top layer is gone, the fertility of the soil is lost. This process of wearing off or carrying away of soil by wind, water or other agents is called soil erosion. So this is called soil erosion. When the topmost layer of the soil is lost because of the water or wind or other agents, it is called soil erosion. Soil erosion reduces the fertility of soil and farmers do not get good crops. So what happens when they grow in the infertile land, when the topsoil is lost, then the farmers cannot grow good crops. So it becomes important to know about the causes of soil erosion and its preventive measures. So it is very important to stop the soil erosion. So let's read about what causes soil erosion first. Now see children, there are three agents which cause soil erosion. One is wind, the other is water, and the third one is human activity. Some of our activities also causes soil erosion. They are deforestation and overgrazing. We will read about all these agents in detail further. Now let us see agents of soil erosion. There are many factors that are responsible for soil erosion. These are called agents of soil erosion. So whichever factors are responsible for soil erosion, they are also called agents. So first we will read about water. When there are rains, it is a boon for the farmers. Boon matlab vardhan. So it is a boon for the farmers, but the running water carries away the topsoil with it. But when the water flows after a heavy rains, what happens? It takes away the topsoil with it. On the hill slopes, this is even more severe. Why? Because when there is a slope, the water flows down and with it, it brings the topsoil with the flow of the water. The water flows away, taking soil with it and leaving the land barren. Barren मतलब बंजर, जिसमें कोई चीज grow नहीं कर सकती है. So this land barren is left because the topsoil is lost. When the river water flows down from a slope, it carries the soil and on reaching the plains, it dispels the soil. When the soil quantity increases, the river changes its course in order to make its own way. In this process, it causes a lot of damage. Now, children, this is very important point which you have to understand, that when the river water flows down from a slope, what happens? It carries a lot of soil, and on reaching the plains, it dispels the soil, means it leaves it there, and the pile grows on and on. जब खूब ढेर लग जाता है मिट्टी का, then what happens, the soil quantity increases, वहां पे मिट्टी बढ़ जाती है, तो river बह नहीं पाती है. Then what it does, the river changes its course in order to make its own way. So it has to change its route. So when it changes its route, so what happens, the fertile land which is by the side of the river, that goes inside the water. So river covers that portion and the fertile land is lost. In this process, it causes a lot of damage. For example, River Kosi in Bihar, most of the time there is flood always in the rainy season in Kosi River, and it changes its course many times. So it that farmland is lost. Then Huangho River in China also creates havoc, and there is lot of damage with this river also. Now let's see the other agent after water, wind. Wind is equally destructive in for causing soil erosion. In desert areas, wind causes a lot of erosion. A strong wind blows away the topsoil with it. Especially in desert area, you know, you must have seen sandstorms. So with that, the topsoil of the land also, whatever land is there, that is also lost. And strong wind blows and it takes the topsoil with it. It reduces the fertility of the soil. So you know that topsoil, when the topsoil is lost, it reduces the fertility. New plants cannot grow well in the leftover soil. So whatever soil is left, that is not fertile enough, and that is subsoil. It has lot of rocks also. So in that rocky mud or soil, the plants cannot grow properly. Now, here soil erosion by wind is shown. Even when the wind blows, it can even break the rocks and form this kind of structure due to the pressure of the wind. So you can imagine when it can break the rock like this, it can also take away a lot of soil. Now, amazing fact is given in your book. Erosion of soil from our lands clogs or chokes the rivers and dams and decreases the usefulness of soil for growing plants. So erosion of soil from our lands clogs the river, means chokes the river and dams, and also decreases the usefulness of soil because the topsoil is lost. Now we come to the third agent of soil erosion, that is human activities. Lot of human activities are also responsible for soil erosion. Now they are deforestation. The roots of plants act as soil binders. You know why it is said that we should grow a lot of plants, because when there are a lot of plants, the force of the wind reduces. So the plants, when there are plants, the root also holds the soil and it is not lost. So when the wind blows, the roots do not let the soil blow or flow away. Due to deforestation means cutting of the tree. You know, cutting of trees is called deforestation. So due to the deforestation, where people cut down trees and plants, the land is left barren and open. I told you what is barren. Barren means banjar ho jati hai, and open means ki, when there are no trees, the fields also are open, and the lot of this force of the wind is not reduced and lot of soil is lost. The wind and the water can easily cause erosion of soil in this open field. On this open land, the lot of erosion can take place. So it is very difficult to control the soil erosion if we go on doing deforestation or cutting down the trees. But humans, because of the use of the trees or wood, we keep on cutting the trees. So it is very important, children, to plant the trees around you to stop the soil erosion. Then overgrazing also, animals eat away the plant cover on land and expose the soil for erosion. Thus, overgrazing of cattle and animals should be avoided. Like when we take the sheep, farmers take the sheep for grazing. Grazing मतलब चरने के लिए, खाना खाने के लिए. So when they take the sheep or cow or buffaloes for grazing, what they should do? They should change the place every time. Every day they should not take the animals to one place, because when they eat all the grass from one place, then the land is exposed and lot of soil erosion takes place. So overgrazing is very important, that we should avoid overgrazing. We should not take the animals on one land regularly. We should change the place for their grazing. So this is this activity we can control. Okay, children, that's all for today's class, and we will take up soil conservation topic next time. Till then, please go through the chapter till where we have done in the class. Please read those topics from the book and do the reading, and try to understand and see the video 2-3 times so that you understand the chapter well. Okay, children, thank you. Have a nice day.